What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a good day out there. So yesterday, sadly, I gave back the FRS to Liberty Toyota. So here's a list of things about the car you may want to know, pros and cons, and some other notes. Let's go. Alright guys, so I had the car from Friday to Tuesday, and through that time I pretty much did nothing but driving all weekend. The wife and I, we did everything possible you could do with this car just to give good notes. I took a ton of notes on paper, so it's a lot of pros, cons, some comments, things like that. I want to thank Liberty Toyota. They were great. Scott, Bryan, and Joe, the three gentlemen I dealt with. Scott I've been dealing with a long time, but his crew is fantastic, very professional. Made me feel fantastic, very welcomed. Nice guys. So check them out. If you're in the Jersey or Pennsylvania area, just check them out. Contact them. I'll leave their stuff down in the description on all their channels. I mean, with their website, and they're on Instagram and Twitter, so I'll leave all that in the bottom. I also want to give a shout out to HawaiiCaliVegaz Shane, who's over in Arizona. He did a walk around video of the new 2017 Toyota 86. So some of these notes that I built, some of my cons are already corrected in this 86 video, and I appreciate it, Shane, for you letting me mention you and use some of the notes. So let's see what we got. All right, so I'll start with the pros, give a little bit of an explanation to each thing. So right off the bat, the car is fun. If you're looking for a fun little car to drive around, this was it. The whole time I was driving it, I had a huge smile on my face. It's just fun. It's just a great time. So fun is number one. The handling is great. I took the car in all sorts of situations. I took it on the highway. I spent a lot of my times on the back roads around here, little twisty roads, just because the handling was so good. Never once did it get out from under me or feel like I wasn't in control of the car. The steering is fantastic, so definitely check that out. Here's one that I read a lot of opposite of what I'm going to say here. This isn't a pro, so speed. For me, this car was fast. I had a lot of fun with it. It never felt slow. What I've been comparing it to is, you remember that cartoon when you were a kid of the big bulldog walking and the little dog jumping around him? What are we going to do next? That's what this car is, that little dog. It just wants to go. To people who drive cars all the time, it may feel slow. To me, driving big, heavy trucks all the time, this thing felt like a rocket ship. I was impressed with the speed, to be honest. MPG was fantastic as well. No matter what I was, how I was driving it, I was always up in the 30s. And if I, took my time with it and drove it nice and easy, I'm sure I could get it into the 40s. One of my favorite things of all of these pros is the sport shifting and the paddles. They were fantastic. It is not like other cars that some companies, you have the Tiptronic, but it's placebo. It's going to shift when it wants to shift. It just makes you feel like you're shifting. These would shift or hold the gear until you said, let's go and change it. Because there was a couple times I had it near red line, the light flashing at me, time to change. And then you will see the real power of this car when you use the sport shift and the paddles. Definitely check that out. The interior, and this is a pro, the interior is very basic, but in this case, that's one of the coolest things about it. It's everything you need. It's nothing extra. This is a car enthusiast type vehicle, okay? If you're a person who likes a lot of tech, this won't be the car for you. But this thing is get in and drive. It's fun. So the interior is very basic. The seat bolstering is fantastic. That is another one of my favorite parts of the car. I felt like I was I wrote this down 2 times throughout this whole thing. I felt like I was in a fighter jet cockpit, to be honest with you. Everything's around you. It's tight, but very, very comfortable. I'm 6 foot. Felt good. A lot of hip room. I never felt like I was cramped. It's a really good interior. Everything's cool with that. So that's your pro list. Let's get to the cons. All right, so here's the cons list. It's not as big as the pros, but there are a few things. If you ever come up to a situation and you don't have any cons, you didn't do it right. There has to be stuff that needs improvement, or else what's the point, right? So right off the bat, the con is anyone over 6 foot or 6'1", you probably won't like this car. I was comfortable, no problems whatsoever with my height. I'm 6 foot, but I can definitely tell any taller, it would be an issue. So, if you're gonna buy one and you are taller, go check it out. get a test drive, see if you fit. This is just what I've noticed. The back seats are not usable for people. Maybe if someone like lays across the seats or something. Great for a duffel bag, great for food shopping. It can be used then, but back seats aren't usable in the wide range of people. There's just no leg room, so something to look into as well. The car's very low to the ground, so if you have back problems, you might want to check this thing out too. I perfected getting in and out of this car. The first day was like, all right, this is really, really low, and I look like an old man getting out of it. But the wife and I came up with, by the third or fourth day, we look like professionals getting in and out of it. You have to have your own strategy, but you know, check it out. Here's one of the things that I had a con with that they corrected. I wish it had steering wheel controls. And Shane, who I gave the shout out to in the beginning, who did the walk around of the 8.6, they now have steering wheel controls. He also mentioned another one of my cons was the lighting. It's not bad, the lighting, but it's not very modern. And they updated all the headlighting, the headlights, the tail lights. It's all modern now. So again, thank you, Shane. Let's see what else we got here for notes. Oh, last thing. I wish the touchscreen in the car was a little more modern. Maybe just all it would need is the Toyota Entune system. It didn't feel very modern. It felt, wasn't bad in any way. It was just very, very, very basic. But, you know, that's all I have. I had a great time with the car. Will I buy this car? Yeah, definitely looking into that. It's cheap. The FRSs are going out, so I could probably get an amazing deal on it. One last note before we go from this video. My wife does not care for cars, like cars. She married a car guy, but she likes to bake, she likes Disney, okay? This car, she had a great time with. She had a smile on her face when she was driving it. When I had to work Monday and she was off, she took the car shopping. She took the car to show her sister. So that's how you know, at least for me, that it's a good car. If she likes it, I'm in. So this will be something I will be looking into. And if you follow my channel, you'll be able to see if it happens or not. But anyway, I thank you for watching. And Tundra people, thank you for putting up with the FRS videos and the loaner. I'm actually about to make a Tundra video right now as soon as this video is over. But if you're new to the channel, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TundraDude34. I thank you for watching. Have a great day.